Try to make sure everything's sounding right. Make sure my levels sound right. Let's see what we got here. All right. Excuse me. All right. All right. All right. All right. Still getting things a little bit um, back in order. See how that's going. Let's see here. All right. So we're showing live here. Okay. Cool. Cool. All right. So just making sure that we're showing live everywhere. Let's see how we're looking on Facebook. Facebook seems to be giving me some issues. Let me see here. Where's the live stream feed? Um, okay, no, we seem to be okay. We seem to be good to go. All right, and then last but not least, the newest to the to the rollout. Let's check on good old LinkedIn. Well, I want to revisit. That's right. Let's check LinkedIn real quick. Excuse me. Let's see here. Uh, let's see. Okay, good. All right, we are good to go. All right. Uh, well, let's get the show on the road because we got to keep a tight schedule here. Yeah, we got to keep the schedule tight. Keep it tight. Keep it tight. Keep it tight. Uh, First of all, let me start off with what's up, fam? How you doing? My name is DKG72. If you don't know, hold on, let me make sure everything is right over here. All right, cool. All right, got my. All right, cool, cool, cool. So, um, yes, sir. My name is DKG72. Hopefully, everybody can hear me. If you're in the chat, let me know you're in the chat. Chat, let me know you're in here. Hit me up, let me know. And let me know if you can hear me or not. Definitely trying to get this right. This is our first live stream of the year. And what I wanted to do today is I wanted to just kind of first things first, we wanted to go ahead and set the goals for the year and a little bit of changes. So, last year when I was doing the live stream, what I noticed was I was making some very bad mistakes. Now, this year, right now, one of the mistakes I'm making is I don't have a dedicated key light. We'll take care of that by next week. So this week we got to bear with me. Sometimes you just got to turn the camera on and get to going. So that's what we're doing today. So last week or last year when I was doing the live streams, um, I was kind of going in there unprepared, right? Um, well, not unprepared. It's just that what I thought would carry a hour or hour long show uh, wasn't really enough. It wasn't engaging enough. I wasn't doing enough talking. I was trying to talk and draw for 2 hours or an hour and a half straight. Um, as I found, that is a bit of a error on my part, mainly because, well, I can talk and I can draw at the same time, but at some point, one is going to overtake the other, and in most cases, it's going to be the drawing overtaking the talking, and then I'm gonna end up not saying nothing for long periods of time, and I'll go back and look at those videos or those live streams and just be like, ew, that just I wasn't feeling it. So what I wanted to do was I took some time off and I wanted to step back and wanted to figure this thing out and get it going the right way. What I've found really works for me, right, is if we have a more scheduled out show. So this is how it's going to go. We want to talk over some news items, right? We'll talk about over some things that I find interesting. Bring up some subjects I find interesting. Also, going to have some tutorials. Definitely want to have the tutorials. And then obviously we're going to talk about, we're going to wrap up and go through, you know, go through the wrap up and all of those types of things. So there will be some drawing. There'll be a lot more talking, and it'll be focused talking. I just won't be yapping for no reason. And yeah, we're gonna go from there. Um, on the personal front, still still got to do all my checkups and things as far as my prostate cancer is concerned. Thank you guys for all the love that you showed me last year. I really do appreciate it. Um, just 1 second. I need to check something. All right. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. Just making sure. And yeah, thank you guys for um, all the love that you showed me. Um, and like I said, we're gonna. This is a more formatted show. Definitely want to keep it moving, keep things pushing. But I think this is going to work out a lot better, guys, because again, I'm going to be able to still do a tutorial. I'm still going to be able to talk about things I want to talk about, um, and we can, as we get more involved and get more people in the chats and all that type of stuff. Um, I forget. That's right. Cool. We can we'll have those things. Be able to have those conversations. Um, Also trying out brand new software and seeing how that works. And so far, so good. Um, and as you could tell, I am in a different studio setup. Long story behind that. So I think I'll save that story for next episode. How we ended up in this studio and how long we're going to be in this studio because I think that plays a part into it also. Okay, so that being stated, and I think we are in a good place. Let's go ahead and get to our first items of the day. All right, fam. So as you know, last year was a bit of an up and down year for me. But one of the things that I began really exploring was the thought, the notion of incorporating artificial intelligence into my workflow. And what I discovered is that what works best for me is AI. With AI, is that it's not here to create the art for me. I could do that myself. In fact, there's no reason, and I mean, there's a reason you can. You can use text to image or something like that as an artist. So there's some reasons, especially like if you want to create reference images for yourself on the fly. That is like one of the superpowers of text to images, right? But really, for me, what really moved the needle for me was image to video, and when I had the revelation or the realization, I should say, that with image to video, you can literally draw out your start image, your start frame, and your end frames, and you can then create animation. And we really got that going when we did the Kiki and the Unicorn video, which is still up, which is up right now on the channel. Go check that out. And I think that really worked out well. With that being said, image to video has been the thing that I have been most interested in, and I've been keeping my eye on for updates and things like that. And there was some there were some interesting things that came out in the past couple of months about image to video. So let's run through those real quick. First is Runway Gen 4.5. So it's now number one on artificial intelligence video arena land leaderboard, 1,247 ELO score. You get cinematic motion blur improvements, sharper silhouettes, smoother streak motion. It's coming in, let's see, with Runway Gen 4.5, better realistic neon reflections and lightings, and multi-shot and native audio generations are now available. Um, I've used Runway like once or twice. I haven't used it much. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing what it can do. Now, the thing about some of these image to video models, some work better with illustrated images than others. And that's just how it's going to be. Some are going to do better, some are not going to do as well. So I have to see how Runway works and how it works with illustrated images because again, some work well, some don't. But I'm looking forward to this. And then let's see, this came out December 1st, and I think one of the reasons why I wasn't able to mess with Runway as much is because, well, next line item, next thing, one of the newest ones, Google VO 3.1, that dropped in like mid-November. It was kind of like a wild time. So, excuse me. Now, this may be some of you guys may be getting this news for the first time. Some of you guys may already know this. Like, come on, man, we already know all this. But that's kind of the purpose of this, just to kind of make sure that we're talking about these things and covering them and making sure you guys have all that information. So, um, so what are we getting with Google VO? So you're getting native synchronized audio generation. So that's dialogue, sound effects, and ambient noise. Um, so experience wise, what I've seen or what I have gotten with VO, I haven't really liked the dialogue part. I think that still needs some work. Um, but let me show you some of the things that I've done with VO so far. Let me see. Hold on. Do, 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 do. All right. All right. So let me get. I got this on my second screen now. Let's pull up that video. So yeah, with VO 3.1, I wasn't really that happy with some of the video stuff. But on the flip side, or some of the dialogue stuff, on the flip side though, when it came to just pull this up. There we go. Yes, it's good. Yeah, when it just came to some of the video generation stuff that we were getting, that I was getting, oh man, we were we were cooking with gas. So here was one video that we did, and really got some good stuff with VO 3.0. Let's do another one. So again, image to video, created the start frame, and then went from there. So some of these clips or clips that didn't work and did work. This is the clip that we ended up going with for the sequence. I think it worked out perfectly. I'm not sure if we're going to go with this clip. Um, just no, but it was just one of those things. And again, most of this is done in VO 3.3.1, so it definitely makes a difference. Definitely makes a difference. So again, um, better physics understanding. I definitely think that it has that um, improved temporal consistency. I have no idea what that means. If somebody's in the AI field can tell me, what does temporal consistency mean? Is it more? Is it about timing? Is it? It's, though there's all kind of things going on there. But yeah, that was funny to me. Temporal consistency. I was like, what are we in Doctor Who now? Oh man. So let's see here. Let's get into so one of the one of the other image to video models that came out is Kling Video '01. That dropped in December of 2025. So basically a couple weeks ago. So with Kling, you get chain of thought reasoning for better physics and better physics understanding. 40% faster generation speeds, and it does. I can honestly say it does generate pretty quickly. I use Kling a lot. I was reworking the 22 caliber Christmas, special we did with Gun Bunny, and I actually generated her as a realistic character, and then we were going to try and make something a little bit more cinematic. I didn't quite get that done, but that one's I'm still working on it. Uh, as the end of the year, it got kind of crazy. So, but there's a lot to be said about the image generation and what we were creating. So, hold on just a second. Let me pull this up. I want you guys to see some of the cool things we were able to create. There we go. That glare wasn't no joke. I had to go ahead and raise my tablet up. And when you got a glare like that, you gotta do some things. Hold on just a second. Let me get this out of the way. Uh, yep. First day out. It's not as smooth as I would like it to be, but we're gonna get there. We are going to get there. All right, there we go. That's what I was looking for. All right. Um, with Cling, again, 40% faster speed generations, up to 2 minute clips at a 4K output. And I haven't gotten to the 2 minute clips yet, so I'm gonna have to definitely try that out. I'm not exactly sure if that really works out. I think the most we were getting was 10 to 15 seconds. I was getting 10 to 15 seconds, which was pretty good. Which was pretty good for output. 48 FPS output capability. Once again, that's one of those things where, didn't really try that out. Improved character consistency across scenes. Um, Negligible. Um, I saw some improved character consistency, but it was one of those things where I still think it could have been better. So let's check out one of the clips from the Gun Bunny clip, so you guys can just kind of see how well Kling did his thing, because it did do his thing. It did do his thing. So and I think it's yeah. So hold on just a second. Let me expand that out. All right. So I think it did some good things, and I think it did some things that could have been worked on. Um, I think we did, and that's the thing. You're gonna do several generations, and you're gonna try and see what works and what doesn't work. So this was kind of one of those things where, excuse me, where it kind of worked the way I thought it would, what I thought it was going to do. It kind of worked out the way I wanted it to. So these are just some generations that were in Cling. There were other ones that just didn't work out. And then when we were doing the Gun Bunny video, what we did was we took the character out, reduced the sheet, and then we um, prompted prompted the creation of a realistic character model, and this is what came up. So again, just some cool stuff that you can do. Um, um, using AI, and it's just some of the things you can see when using a program or a model like Clean. So another one that came out was Pika 2.5. I can tell you right now, I have not messed with Pika at all. But let's see what they got. So apparently they got timeline plus layer based editor, more like motion design app. So that sounds interesting. Pika frames for keyframe transition. Not exactly sure what that means. 1080p output, which is pretty, still that a 1080p. We all in the 4K world, but 1080p is pretty good. And then let's see what else we got. Fun Pika effects, melt, crush, cakeify, um, and explode effects. So I'm gonna have to check this Pika out, Pika 2.5, because again, it's just good to see and to see how it works with illustrated images. Um, so one of my goals this year is to recalibrate my drawing style, because I've been such a comic booky type artist. So I want to try to um, thin those lines out and make it a more animated style. So I think I'll get a little bit better results. A few bit. What am I talking about? I think I'll get a little bit better results that way. And we're gonna see if that works. So that's kind of my art challenge to myself as I uh, get into the new year, is kind of adjust my style for animation, um, and then still understanding camera placement, character placement, storytelling, all the things that you got to do, rule of thirds, all of those things that you have to keep in mind when you are working on these types of projects. Let's see. And last but not least, in the AI front, especially image to video. And again, my main focus is image to video because that's where we make our money, so to speak. That's where the money's at for us as artists. Um, so Adobe Firefly um, video model. So they've got a video model. Looks like they're running a promotion from December 16th to January 15th. So got yeah, I got one more day. Um, so Firefly Pro and Premium subscribers receive unlimited generations. I haven't used that yet. Access to multiple models within platform. Oh yeah, I remember this. I remember this. Okay, so what Adobe Firefly did, um, it has decided to turn itself into an aggregator. What Adobe has done is that they have become an aggregator for AI model integration. So, if you didn't know, I think late last year, Nano Banana 3, now 3.1 or whatever it is. Yeah, I think it's Nano 3.0, Nano Banana 3.0, or Nano Banana Pro, I should say. Adobe has integrated that into Photoshop and all of their programs as a part of their generative AI add-ons. So you can literally use Nano Banana Pro in Photoshop to edit a project. And with Firefly, they've done the same. Firefly is now an aggregator, and what that means is basically it gives you access to multiple different models to use. So now you got access to Sora 2, VO 3.1, Runway, Gen 4.5, Ray 3, Pika 2.2, among others. And obviously, you know, Nano Banana for on the editing side, things like that. So, what Adobe has basically said, we're not probably going to be able to beat them. Let's join them and give people, access to these tools, which is kind of cool because you're paying like $70 a month for the suite. So, might as well get something extra out of it. And of course, with Firefly also is its own model. It's got improved style presets. So, um, just some of the things that are going on in the image to video world. We're gonna keep up with that. We're gonna have some examples. We're gonna run some tutorials over the next few shows and things like that. So I think that's pretty good as far as keeping you guys informed and letting you know what's available and what's out there as a tool. Again, in the workflow, basically, is that you guys are going to create your start frames, hand draw your start frames, and then you'll prompt the animation using that. Sometimes you have to hand draw a end frame in order to get things just right. But that's all a part of the workflow. So, um, yeah, so that's the news with AI and image to video AI models, and definitely be keeping you guys up on more. All right. Um, let's see here. So let me give myself a round of applause um, because tried to just pair with a keyboard. Oh man, the Bluetooth on this laptop is amazing. Um, but yeah, let me give myself a round of applause. Um, because again, um, that was a lot. um, just 1 second. Hey, Chuck. Yeah, we're gonna get more light soon. That's definitely one of the things that we have to work on. Appreciate the feedback there. So let's get into um, the next bit of news and such. Hold on just a second. Flip back over here. There we go. Let me make sure something real quick because I'm still. And again, we're still working through all the technical stuff. Yeah, we're still working through all the technical stuff. Uh, Headphones. Okay, there we go. Right. Okay, there we go. There. Sure, that's right. All right. Yeah. All right. So we are now on to dismiss. All right. So last week was CES. CES was last week. Make sure. Uh, okay. All right. So it sounds like the mic is live. So it definitely and like I said, I know this is with short lighting today. That's one of the things that we'll address. Uh, I don't know what's going on here. Um, yeah, we're definitely going to address the lighting issue in next week's video. So, if you guys don't know, before we talk about consumer CES, the Consumer Electronics Show from last week, um, so this is the deal. We're going to do the live stream at least starting off every Wednesday of every week. So we're going to be here in the new studio every Wednesday of every week doing this. Also, if you guys want to hop on, we've got, if you look at the lower thirds, we got the Patreon. Go over there, DKG72, sign up. And we also, want to hit on the Cash App, you can. And hopefully at some point we can get to the Super Chats. And if you need some cool Foresight merch, be over there at foresightstudio.com. Go ahead and check that lower third. It's there for you, if that information. Okay, so CES, CES, CES. So one of the things that I wanted to do was obviously with last week being the Consumer Electronics Show, I wasn't able to get there. Obviously, it was here in stuck in St. Louis, but that's something that I plan on going to next year. And one of the things that one of the reasons why I want to go there is because at the Consumer Electronics Show, there's always some cool stuff being introduced from our favorite digital tablet makers like Wacom, XP Pen, and Huon, to name a few. Um, so some of the things that came out of CES were the Wacom One 14. Let's see if we can pull this up real quick. Let's see if we can pull this up real quick. Like, okay. I guess it is working now. Okay. All right. So let's put up the Wacom. What's it? 114-inch. So let's see. All right. So let's see if we can pull that up and share that um, on the screen. All right. And let's share that screen real quick. There we go. All right. So this is the new Wacom 1. And let's see what we got here. So with the Wacom 1, we're looking at it's a 14-inch IPS 1920 by 1080 resolution, which makes sense. Right now, it looks like they're selling it for about 400. Look at that, comes in a little cardboard box. I actually like the little cardboard box thing. I think that's cool. Let's see here. So it's 98% sRGB color coverage. That's pretty good. Um, this is aimed at beginners, but I can see some pros using it like on the go or something like that too. It's compatible with our Android phones for portable digital studio, which is pretty good. That means you can hook it into your phone, obviously, and it'll power it that way. Um, oh, this is pretty cool. You get a battery-free pen with 4,096 pressure levels. For some reason, excuse me, for some reason, the tablet companies, they love to tell us about the pressure levels, and I get it, but after a while, after certain levels, it's yeah, it's it's not something that's really important. Uh, and let's see, what is it? 60-degree tilt recognition. Now that's pretty good. 60-degree tilt recognition. That's something that I can get with moving forward. Let's see here. So what else came out of? What other news came out of? Oh, okay. Also, let's go to this one real quick. Let's see. So they've got the Move Inc. 14. Here we go. We just go right to that one. All right. So, what's up with the Move Inc. 14? Now, I have tried the Move Inc. Tablet, and it is an amazing tablet. I will tell you that right off the bat. I know my man Carl Reed. He swears by his Move Inc. So, um, let's see. Looking at a 14-inch OLED screen, 2880 by 1800 resolution. Ooh, already looking nice. All right, 100% DCI P3 and sRGB color coverage. So that means that the colors are going to pop right off the screen. They should look really, really good. And especially if you are one of those people that like to pixel peep and you got to see the colors and you get the most from your colors and everything like that. That's something that you're going to really, really enjoy. Um, 120 hertz refresh rate. Okay, all right. Android-based standalone device, so it's no computer needed. That's what's up. Um, Wacom Pro Pen 3 included. Now, I'm I like the Pro Pen. Hold on just a second. Uh-oh. What's going on here? All right. Make sure everything is the way it's supposed to be. All right. All right. I like the Pro Pen, right? But I don't know. It's just something about the Pro Pen I'm not the biggest fan of. I don't know what that is yet. Um, described as a turning point for Android drawing tablets. So, as we're about to find out, there is a brewing war from the major tablet makers, not named Apple, because obviously the iPad is the iPad, comes with the Apple Pencil and everything, so they're not partaking of this. Um, but the tablet makers are um, really, really, really making a push to put out a, I guess you, I hate the term iPad killer or anything like. Ain't nothing. I don't use Apple products, but ain't nothing killing no iPad, right? So what they're trying to put out is a Android tablet that is the equivalent for users on the iPad level. Man, we gonna make sure I got plenty of water next episode. Last year XP Pen put out their Magic tablet, and it's pretty good. I have to probably do a live review of that one. Um, Obviously with the Moving Pad, the Pro 14, that's definitely something that Wacom is trying to get into a lane that Wacom is trying to get into, and I'm not mad at them. And it looks like, and again, like I said, I just have some issues with the the pen, but it's mostly because it's so thin. Even though sometimes I toggle back, I have with my XP Pen 19, I have both a thin pen and a thick pen, thick boy. But I just went back to using my thick boy. But I was using a thin pen just to see how I liked it. Um, so that being stated, let's get to the next one. Huion. Let's go to this. Whoops. So I'm gonna go to this one right here. All right. So the Canvas Pad 12 from Huion. This was also introduced last week at CES. One of the things that you're going to notice that's different already is the price point. I think what are they charging for this? Um, if I'm not mistaken, it's um, it's going to be a little pricey. If I'm not mistaken, yeah. So the Move Ink is $899.95. So you're looking at a 14-inch OLED tablet. All right, so the Canvas 12 is 12-inch. Um, it's a 12-inch canvas. It's obviously it's directly competing with the Wacom. Now this is the 12, but I think what it is the 12 Pro. I'm not mistaken. Yes, here we go. So it's the Canvas Pro 12, which is so you're looking at again 12-inch display. Um, Now, one thing I will say, the Huion comes preloaded with Clip Studio Paint and H High Paint. High Paint. Oh, I've never used High Paint before, but they use Clip Studio for everything. Um, so it's got a slim metal chassis, long battery life, 99% sRGB coverage, full laminated, professional grade pen performance. Um, and then also from Canvas, uh, yeah, for Canvas we have the Canvas 22. It's kind of like a mid-range display, and just kind of improved it a little bit. So the big thing really is the Canvas Pro 12. They came out of CES, and all the things that come with that. So um, that was really the biggest thing that came out of some of the biggest things that came out of CES. Um, there were some others. Um, Asus dropped the Zen book, which was pretty cool. And of course, Lego has a smart brick. I don't, I don't, some of us might like to build with Legos. All right. So, get my tablet over here. All right. Next thing I want to do, let's get let's get Clip Studio open real quick. And again, guys, leave suggestions, leave comments. We want to make this show better. Obviously, this is the first episode of the new year, and I know there's some improvements that could be made. So we definitely want to make those improvements moving forward. So definitely hit me with some suggestions. Let me know how you like the new format. Um, yeah, talk to me. Let me know. And yeah, I'm back at it. Yeah, I'm back at it. So we um, definitely making sure we got some things going on. Chuck, and yeah, nothing wrong with Legos. It's just the smart. We're going to talk about that some more. We're going to talk about that some more. Smart Legos is kind of interesting to me. Um, so let's get over here to the. So let's see. Going to get back to our shared screen. Yeah. All right. So again, what I wanted to do, especially this is we're going to do an hour every week. Um, and we're going to start off every Wednesday. So we're guaranteed I'm always going to be here every Wednesday, 1:30 to 2:30. Um, and we may expand the show a little bit longer. Um, and we may add on additional days. Right now, we're definitely locked in for Wednesdays. And I think that works out because that gives me a chance to create the content, talk about things again, like some of the news as far as AI is concerned, some of the news as far as CES is concerned. Definitely want to continue that. Um, but what we're going to do right now is I just wanted to start the year off with a quick tutorial. And I am 223. So one of the things that helps me, you know what, I'm going to use a red line. Uh, as far as setting up my space for my drawings is obviously setting up my perspective. Now, the one thing I always say, or as I've learned, is that you don't have to have a perfectly straight line when you're just starting out. Um, what you want to do is you want to just set up a perspective grid, right? So as you see, I established my horizon line first, right? And then I've got my perspective lines extending out from my vanishing point, which is right here. And this is the reason why I drew it in red. Now, finish the grid, when you're doing 1 point perspective, all your all your horizontal lines are perpendicular or parallel, I should say, to your your horizon line. And doing this helps you establish your space so that you can present your characters. So, and again, the reason why I freehand this is it's just kind of a speed thing. It allows me to move in a way, move faster, so I can just get into whatever it is I'm trying to get into with my drawing. So now I can kind of just set up my characters where I need them to be, right? And I've already got the space established, right? Because all art, one of the big challenges with art is learning how to understanding and quantifying, maximizing space, right? Or using space. So by setting up your perspective grid and just quickly setting it up, it doesn't have. That's why I say it doesn't have to be perfect because, especially if you're digital, drawing digitally, you have ways to basically make sure that you're going to get perfect perspective lines, um, and you can do that at the near the on the next levels. When you're just kind of laying out your art, um, you don't have to. I don't think you have to really be super perfect. In fact, this I think this helps people kind of loosen up and just just draw, right? So, but that's my feeling. And again, let's do blue. So like you can draw, this can help you box in or kind of block in the things that things like buildings and such, or space, right? So this makes it a little bit easier for you as an artist, if you can kind of quickly have these things available to you. So when you first start off your panel, your illustration, your artwork, or whatever, just go ahead and just quickly rough in your perspective grid, whether it's a 1 point perspective grid. Maybe next week I'll show you guys how to do a 2 point perspective grid, and you just rough it in. And once you rough it in, then you could go on to the next stage of creating whatever it is that you want to create. So, therefore, people, you're not just stuck on one thing. You can kind of keep it moving, keep it pushing, right? And it's not going to be perfect. Nothing is. What this does is just help. What this does is just help you get everything blocked in and ready to go. So that's the tutorial for today, for today's episode, and that is today's episode. Oh yeah. So, just to kind of reiterate and just lock in real quick. So we're doing this every Wednesday, 1:30 to 1:30 to 2:30. Had a brain fart for a second. So we're going to be here. We're in this. I'll talk about the studio that we're working out of, why we're working out of it, how it's working out so far, how long I'm gonna be here. Don't know yet, but still making it, still working all those things out. Um, Here, let me move this out the way. There we go. Get that back in front of me. Yeah, yeah. So, um, I would say this was a good episode, guys, and I'm really looking forward to the next ones. Um, like I said, if you know somebody and they're into art, they want to learn some cool things, um, please tell them to send them by. We're going to keep testing out this. I'm not sure. We may move the hours around. It may go to the evening. It may not. Not sure yet. Um, but we're going to try this 1:30 to 2:30 time block. Just a second. Stop sharing. There we go. I thought I just stop sharing. So we're going to try this 1:30 to 2:30 time block and see how that goes. Um, I think we're. I think this was good for our first go around, and I'm looking forward to seeing doing some more shows and talking with you guys some more. And again, this is kind of the new format. We're not going to just be drawing for 2 hours straight or an hour straight. I get distracted. So how we're going to work this out is we're going to talk about some things. We're going to talk about whatever's on my mind, whatever's going on in the industry, and it looks like it's a lot going on. And obviously, then we'll give tutorials along the way, and I may even show you guys, give you sneak peeks into some of the projects that I'm working on because I think that's important that you guys see that. With that being said, it's your boy. I don't even like saying that, but it's your guy. You know me, David Gordon. Hold on, let's see. Can we get the? There we go. First episode down. First episode down. I like that. Man, we get a little cheering in there too. Yeah, get some cheers in there. Yeah. Oh man. So thanks guys. I'm happy to be back. All right, stop, people, stop. Thanks guys. I'm happy to be back. Looking forward to doing more shows. Looking forward to doing more content like this. It just works better, especially with my busy schedule. That being said, it's your boy DKG72. That's right. That's right. And I'm out. Peace.